Black women make me feel invincible. It's the way that we walk, the way that we talk, our soul, our sway, our grace, our roots. It's our secret language with one another, the way we uplift each other at our best and our worst.
We don't go natural, we return. Natural is where it began.
Hey y'all, I'm Raval Davis, your host, and in honor of Black Girls Rock, me and my Melanin Magic committee are here, and we're having a conversation about all the things that we experience as Black women. We're gonna talk about our magical hair. We're gonna talk about all the experiences we have at work and not having respect put on our names, our bodies, and our careers. And we're gonna even talk about how all of that affects our love lives. So I have a question for you. Our first topic is hair, and I want to know, have you ever had a non-Black woman touch your hair without asking, okay? Hashtag Black Girls Rock, and let us know your thoughts. And without further ado, we're gonna get this conversation started about hair.
Let's do it.
Yes,
let's do it.
Hey ladies.
Hi.
Mind you, all of your hair is looking amazing.
Thank you.
Yours too.
Yours. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So
braids.
yes, braids. There have been a few instances where we've had non-Black women wearing our hairstyles. Shout out to braids, okay, specifically. And they're calling it a new trend. And specifically, we had Katy Perry recently who admitted and apologized for her cultural appropriation.
Why can't I wear my hair that way? Or what is the history behind wearing the hair that way? And she told me about the power in Black women's hair and how beautiful it is and the struggle. And I listened and I heard and I didn't know.
I'm coming to you, Brittany. I want to know, are you offended by, these women wearing our hairstyles, or can it be appreciation?
You know, for me, the difference between cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation is acknowledgement. Acknowledge where these styles come from, right? This is tradition, this is heritage. Our styles are about more than just looking good. In so many societies, they're about communicating your identity, communicating a particular message, showing someone how much you love them by how much effort you put into their crown. You know, I just got these done yesterday and I did not go through all this pain just to look good, right? Although I like to think I look good. It was also about community, right? It was about supporting a Black-owned business. It was about being in fellowship with other women. And you can't have that if you steal it, right? The other thing you have to acknowledge is your privilege. We have been fighting for so long as Black women to be acknowledged and appreciated as our full authentic selves, and we don't need anybody coming in and swagger jacking it when we finally get some shine, right?
That was good right there. Thank you. Shayna Renee.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I agree with Brittany, and for me, I think it's an example of white mediocrity.
Have you ever had a non-Black person actually just reach in, touch your hair? Didn't ask. Just touch it.
Like, I've had an experience in a hair salon and I wanted to get my hair colored, and this lady, I don't think she knew what she was doing, so she just like tried to rake through my hair, and I'm just like, that's not possible. I don't have that kind of hair where you can just like do that. And so
Education once
yeah,
again, right?
Exactly. And she was trying to get someone else to deal with my hair, but it just wasn't working out, so I just left the salon.
I remember being at a black tie dinner one night. She said, "Your braids are so beautiful," and she reaches and she just starts to stroke them. And I was like, I'm not an animal, and I'm not your pet.
It's not a petting zoo.
Exactly. I think it's so funny that when we're young, one of the very first lessons our parents teach us is keep your hands to yourself.
Yes.
And then as we get older, somehow as adults, we just shun that lesson and we just, feel empowered to touch people whenever we want, and we don't respect people's personal space.
Yes.
So I don't care what your gender is, what your race is. I don't want you as a stranger touching my hair.
Another African-American woman will come up and touch my hair because she thinks that it's a weave. How many of us had that happen? Like, that can't be your real hair.
I want to know, has anyone here ever dealt with texture shame?
Yes, most definitely. We're in a culture now that it's a woman has a right to choose whether she wants to be relaxed or natural.
Absolutely.
And I chose, as a beauty professional, to stay chemically treated.
Yes.
So this is just set on rollers, but I have been shamed because I decided to continue on that route. And I think that we have so many other vices. We don't really need relaxed versus natural. And it's like the natural hair Nazis will just come for you if you decide to texturize your hair. But I'm for a woman's right to choose. It's for my lifestyle, what works for my lifestyle. And if I decide I want to not do it, I only chemically relax maybe twice a year, 3 times. Okay. But if I decide I don't want to do it anymore, I think that's my choice.
Isn't that the magic of our hair?
Yeah, like I agree with them. Like there's always this thing on Instagram with these curly hair pages. They post girls that have super defined curls, and I feel like they don't show all natural hair. Yes. They only show one type. I don't think there's enough representation of all natural hair.
Yes.
I feel like we've been moving forward, and women are really embracing their natural hair. Black women are loving ourselves more and more. We recently had a display of that at Curl Fest in Brooklyn and Prospect Park, which is the 3rd annual Curl Fest. I know you were there actually, Umu, right? I mean, your hair is so beautiful. I know that it actually has a deeper meaning for you, actually. So tell me about that.
So I'm Muslim, and it's considered like kind of different and weird and kind of sinful to wear my hair like this. To wear my hair like this is kind of a little bit of bravery to do it, because some of my family members don't exactly agree. They prefer me to wear the hijab. But I have this thing where I'm just like, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
This hair industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. People are making a lot of money off of our hair. Are Black women making that money?
It's unfortunate that we are not making the money. It's about $9 billion as a whole, $4.4 billion in the Black hair care industry, and $1.1 billion is spent on wigs, weaves, and extensions. And the only money that we are still getting is on the service side, in the salons. That is the reason why it is very imperative that we let other sisters know who own these brands, because we can change the marketplace, but more importantly, have the opportunity to get back into the salon, start wearing our own hair, start treating our own hair, start keeping it healthy, because the more we stay into the wigs, the weaves, the extensions, the less money comes into our community.
Jenna Renee, I'm coming to you. Do you have any takeaways, any closing thoughts from this conversation?
I think as Black women, we would all be in agreement that our hair is a metaphor for our essence of who we are, our magic, our soul, and the power that we own. So I would just like to say that we need to learn how to value that, protect it, because once we give it away, it's hard to restore ourselves back to wholeness.
With that, we're gonna leave you with a few words from one of our lovely ladies from Black Girls Rock. Check her out right here.
Now, me personally, if you want to make me fall in love, I love when a man greases my scalp. If you ain't never had a man grease your scalp, you ain't never had a man. Now, when they do that get all in your crown chakra. That just open up your world to success. And then you can do anything for him and for yourself and for the whole wide world. Ain't nothing like a good scalp greasing. That's all I got to say about touching the crown.